Stalking carp, by its very nature, will always be an exciting way of fishing, and here Sean Harrison demonstrates how you can catch fish from under the rod tip using a small 8.5 foot stalking rod and centre pin. Obviously, you need to keep disturbance to an absolute minimum, and it's here where Sean's many years of experience come to the fore.
In this sort of fishing, it's the actual cast or the lowering of the lead is the make or break. You find the fish, but it's so easy to spook them. Just be using small leads and hopefully be able to just lower them in rather than create the big splash. It's not all about casting 200 yards. I'd much rather catch them this way right under the rod top. Especially when you can actually see them feeding as well. Yeah, they're on the other side. There's another one just come up as well. Well, that probably makes sense because the sun's going down behind me. They've gone onto the far side of it, which is getting the last rays of sun. We've only had a few warm days this year, so obviously still enjoying getting the sun on the backs. Well, if the mountain won't come to Mohammed, we'll go to the fish. You're going to have to be so careful here though, it's ever so shallow. There's probably barely 12 inches of water where the fish are. Just one clumsy cast, one too big a splash. It'll all be over with. Well, from the other side it looked like there were a few fish here. So I'm just going to set up the little 8.5 foot rod, the margin keeper. Got a centre pin on this one. Literally I'm going to be just lowering it straight in. And the ant and a bit lead. Just want to create absolute minimal disturbance. Again, hopefully just a few minutes in the right spot. It's going to be more beneficial than a day in the wrong one. Just move up to these fish here. So fortunate, I've got all this long grass and just off their field of vision. Just need to get this in now without spooking them. It's so important to get this right first time. I'm going to swing it out and break it quite heavy to just let go it nice and quiet. There we are. The fish that was there, it's not bolted off at all, so I've got away with that one. I'm just relying on the hook bait at the moment. In fact, there's a lot of bubbles coming up from that one. I thought I was away then, the line just picked up quite sharp, it's fell slack again. Oh, there's one just on its way to me. I find I get really impatient in this sort of fishing. Sit there for hours on end behind the rods, but once you know the fish are so close, it's so difficult to sit back and do nothing. There's one just come up and heading directly towards me. There's another one behind it. It's just watched it head forward, straight in line. There we are. Excellent. As I said earlier, a few minutes in the right spot. A lovely little rod. 8.5 foot free spirit. As I say, the 8.5 foot margin creeper. I've had some really good fish on this. In fact, I christened it on a 30. First fish I ever had. A little dumpy one. And that's about where I hooked it, where it is now. Success. Male fish. Got spawning tubercles on its head. Calm down. And the sling mat that I used to carry the tackle around in is now being put to its normal use. And quickly see what it is before we drop it back. It's hovering 20-ish, but £20 dumpy mirror. Proper margin caught carp. Fortunately the cast didn't spook it. A bit of an awkward margin here, but with the sling mats it makes it so much easier to return them. A little bit of water on its nose. Once again, a few minutes stalking. One of my favourite methods of fishing. Much underestimated by people. So few people bother to do this. Because I've just shown just a few minutes in the right spot. It's just worth hours and hours in the wrong one.